So far, my tree identifying has been pretty lackluster, but today I've decided to bring out the big guns.
Look, it's an arboretum.
City girl, learn about trees and plants. I'm here at the Arboretum in Rennie-Levesque Park, and truthfully, I've biked past this Arboretum many times, but I've never stopped. So today I'm going to stop and I'm going to check it out.
All these little plaques tell me what the trees are.
My plan is this: pick 2 trees,
Probably just 2. Gotta keep it simple. Keep it simple.
inspect them all over like Sherlock Holmes, and then go out into the world and see if I can find other trees that are like them.
There are so many trees, I don't know what ones to pick.
So I'm not going to lie, I've been having trouble with the internet. It's not always so easy or reliable to use the internet to identify trees. But here, the trees have plaques, and it's probably by some governmental, university type organization. They know what they're talking about. This has got to be correct, right? So I'm going to check this out.
Look at this one. It looks just like my friend Lovey, the little tree I found a couple days ago. I think it is. And the little plaque says Ginkgo. Ginkgo. Okay, so I think I'm going to pick this one. I'm thinking this is the name in like Latin, the official name. And then this is the name in French. Leaves, they come out like one after the other. They're not side by side. Stem of the leaf is kind of like flat. It's round on one side and flat on the other side. Bust out of the tree, a branch almost. The bark is sort of sandy color, rough, I guess you would say. Hello, ginkgo. Okay, so now I think I know what a ginkgo looks like. I've definitely heard that name before, a ginkgo. Let's hope if I can find it again somewhere in the wild. And I think this is my umbrella tree that I saw. This is Sue. Sue's grandmother. Looks older, it's bigger. Okay, so the name of Sue, or the umbrella tree, is Ulmus glabra, or in French, Orme pleurée. 1, leafy, deciduous. 2, shape. This guy, it looks, well, this is a good view here. Shape. It's cool. Inside the umbrella tree. It's like a little house in here. Shape. Okay. Pretty exact. Very scientific. I would think it is asymmetrical. They all seem to have this little, like this is connected down, and then this is connected a little bit higher. The edges are definitely rough. That is an easy one. Edges, oh, look at the back. Got no lobes. Some of them don't have a point, but some of them do have a point. See, look, this one has a point here. Unless it's like a bug that eats away the point. Oh, this is very pointy. The leaves grow alternate, one and then one and then one and then one. There are on the little brown dots bark is sort of blacky brown. It's smooth with some lines. Blacky gray, maybe? I'm not sure this is the umbrella tree, but it really does look like it. So neat here. I just want to learn about all the trees. There's so many. I can't believe I've walked past this, biked past this like so many times, and I never stopped and walked around.
So I took down as much info as I could about each tree, and by the end of my trip, I was very impressed by the Arboretum. I'll have to make it a goal to come back for sure.
Okay, now let me on my own and see if I can find you again.
On my way home, I had to stop by and see my friend Paul.
Hey Paul, how's it going? Here's a joke, cheer you up. How do trees access the internet? They log in. Wah!
And then that night, I went for a walk and tried to see if I could find my 2 trees.
Yeah, isn't it? Look at this one. And then this one. Looks like they have different leaves. This is definitely not the same tree that I saw. And then this one. Why, hello there. The one I saw didn't have that line. Lovey, Sue, I don't think I identified you.
Okay, so I have to do a bit more research. Ginkgo biloba. It sounded familiar. Maybe my parents took a supplement of some kind. And ginkgo has been used in traditional Chinese medicine for a long time. However, from what I'm seeing online, scientific studies are struggling to find conclusive evidence that ginkgo is useful for brain function and blood circulation, which is what a lot of the supplements advertise. It can interfere with other medication, and the WHO classifies ginkgo extract as being possibly carcinogenic. Lots of people say that it helps them, but I definitely want to do more research before jumping into any supplements. Anyways, what I found interesting is that they call ginkgo a living fossil. There are fossils of ginkgos from like the dinosaur times. At that time, there used to be many species of ginkgo around the world. But then when we had the big mass extinction 70 million years ago, it took out almost all the ginkgos. But our Ginkgo biloba, it almost went extinct. But then 1,000 years ago, people started noticing it. They liked the nuts. They wanted to eat the nuts. And eventually ginkgo spread around the world once again.
Wow. This one's a big one.
There are actually female ginkgos and male ginkgo. And the females, they make this stinky smelling fruit. And people say it smells like vomit, which I'm kind of curious to smell it, I'm not gonna lie. But when people want to have a nice ginkgo in their yard, they usually plant the male tree that doesn't have the fruit. But the male tree does have pollen that you can be allergic to.
Wish I'd been smart enough to bring my glasses. These.
So I was doing this research, but I was still confused about the leaves, because some of them have splits and some of them don't. And does that mean they're different types of trees? Are they ginkgo? But then I saw this video where he said Ginkgo Biloba. Biloba means 2 lobes. So it's in the name. It's right in the name that it has that split. And suddenly I had the light bulb moment. The split makes sense. Ginkgos are survivor trees, surviving since the dinosaurs. They're good at surviving cold and pollution, and apparently 6 ginkgos living in Hiroshima, 1 to 2 kilometers from the nuclear blast, they were among the few living organisms to survive the bomb, and they're still alive today. So ginkgos are survivors. At this point, I'm wishing I only picked one tree. Ginkgo is super interesting, and I really could talk about it for a while. There's lots of interesting history about it. But we have my umbrella tree.
Now look at this one. Doesn't that look similar in
at the bumpy edges. Asymmetrical. This little spiky bit I did not see on the other one. Oh, interesting. The umbrella-shaped tree, and that one turned out to be a bit more difficult to figure out than I originally thought it would. Ulmus glabra, Orme pleurée. I typed Ulmus glabra into the internet and discovered it was witch elm. Cool name. But wait a second. These don't look like umbrellas. They don't seem quite right. So for a while, I was a bit stuck. Like, what is it called? Is that right? Is it witch elm? This is like a big bush mashup of trees, but this kind of look... Could this be like an elm leaf? But then I typed in Orme pleureux, the French name, and it means the crying elm in English. And I found this website, and in English, this tree is called the Camperdown Elm. So is the plaque wrong? It's not a witch elm? Well, actually, the Camperdown Elm has an interesting story. Around 1840 in Dundee, Scotland, the Earl of Camperdown had a head forester named David Taylor. I guess when you're an earl, you get to have like a head forester, fancy. David Taylor was walking the grounds, as you do, when he discovered a witch elm that was all like hunched over. It was a witch elm with a genetic mutation. And he thought, hey, this tree is cool. And he took it and he replanted it in the Camperdown gardens. And because at that time there was this interest in having odd plants that you could show off in your fancy gardens, it was a bit of a hit. Apparently, every Camperdown elm is descended from cuttings taken from this original. Neat, huh? And the original is still alive. Now these leaves look elm-like, right? But it's not all hunched over, so it's not a Camperdown. So I was happy that I was able to find so many ginkgos, but I was a little disappointed that I couldn't find any Camperdown elms. It's funny how Mr. Beast gives away private airplanes and millions of dollars, and in my YouTube video I'm just looking for a particular tree. Riveting content. No private jets here. It's just me failing to find a particular tree. Well, this tree kind of looks like it could be a Camperdown. Oh, imagine if it was. That would be so funny. What that looks like it. Oh my gosh. This is a Camperdown Elm. Are you my friend? I don't think so. So I went on the internet and did a little research, and I was able to find that there might be a Camperdown elm in this one park. So I took off and went and checked it out. Oh my goodness, this looks like it could be it. This is totally one. There it was. Oh, a Camperdown elm. I was more excited than I thought I would be to find this Camperdown elm. I really was just taking all these videos, and there's people all around looking at me, and I was just filming this tree. And I kind of wanted to say to everyone, guess what? This is a Camperdown elm. Isn't that amazing? Like I'm some sort of expert or something. Do you know where this tree comes from? But I held it in, and I just took some videos, and I felt very proud of myself for being able to recognize a tree. So there you have it. With the help of the Arboretum and the internet, I am now able to recognize two trees that I was never able to recognize before. So thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see what tree I'm going to recognize next. Stay tuned. Oh, ginkgo alert. Ginkgo.